Okay, so we are live. Happy Monday, everybody. It is a rainy Monday here in the DC area, and it's I don't know. I think rain is a fitting start to a Monday for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm from Seattle, but anyway, exciting week here at Modev. We are about 6 weeks away from Voice Summit 2019. And this is part of our live interview speaker series we've been doing. I think we've maybe done 15 or 20 of these so far. We have more than 300 speakers joining us at the end of July in Newark, New Jersey. It's really it's going to be a lot of fun. And today we're going to have some fun with Stuart Crane. He's the co-founder and CEO of Voice Metrics. Good morning, Stuart.
Good morning. Thanks for having me, Pete.
So I guess first things first, tell us about Voice Metrics, and you're a co-founder there, and what prompted the idea, and tell us what you're up to.
Sure. Well, Voice Metrics was founded about 2.5 years ago when I got an Amazon Echo for Christmas, and I was like, wow, this thing is amazing. And I've worked a lot in software development, and databases, and so I had the idea of bringing KPIs, dashboard information, metrics to voice. So any company could voice enable their information and get information like, what are my sales today, and how are we doing in our business? So Voice Metrics was born out of that, and we have a product called VoiceLine that allows SaaS companies. And we typically target SaaS companies because they're the companies with the information and with the capability to connect their data with voice. So they may have a web app, they may have a mobile app. What they don't have typically is a voice interface or a voice app. So Voice Metrics is typically for the SaaS companies to bring voice to all of their customers in the B2B space typically. So our customers would basically implement Voice Metrics or VoiceLine to give voice briefings to managers, to executives, to really anybody in the business that needs to know what's going on in their business. So think about in the morning when you say, how's the weather, to your voice assistant. Well, now you can say, well, how's business?
Right.
And it's specific to you because obviously we use account linking. So it's your specific information. And the software companies know what the information is in their systems. So they work together with their users to say, what kind of briefings do you want? So that's the core of it. And then recently, Pete, we've been really working a lot on a completely different product called SurveyLine. So we have VoiceLine, and then SurveyLine is allowing companies to create surveys by voice. So if everybody knows about SurveyMonkey, it's kind of like the SurveyMonkey for voice. So we can talk about that as well. But that's been a lot of fun to build, and we're really getting a lot of traction and interest in SurveyLine.
So let me ask you this. Do you consider yourselves kind of like a business intelligence in the BI space, but now you're a pure play voice company? Is that a good way to look at it?
Well, I mean, business intelligence, basically is very broad. And so what we're trying to do is just voice enable that key information. When you get that intelligence, when you get that, just voice enable it. So we want to work on top of the BI companies. So we're talking to companies like we have a Grow interface for the Grow dashboards. We have a Salesforce interface for Salesforce, their dashboard information. So yeah, we're in the BI space, but it's really just voice enabling the BI.
Mm-hmm. So it's it's really about the presentation layer. Well, I have to tell you, as somebody who looks at a lot of metrics across all of our various events, I'm looking forward to, getting your software integrated here.
Yeah, see if we can get it set up. Yeah.
Because truthfully, we sit here and as a business owner, we look at a lot of information. We're looking at a lot of screens. We're doing a lot of reading, and it would be great to be able to multitask and just say, how many registrations do we have for Voice Summit, today?
Yeah, if the data changes frequently, that's a really good use case for this. If it's something that only changes every couple days or whatever, voice isn't really that great. But if you like registrations or signups to our website or traffic or some percent to goal, people, they're using it for quite a bit for that. And then we have some customers that just want a daily morning briefing that tells them what's going on today at work, or in the evening, it tells them what happened today, like what kind of numbers do we get. So yeah, that's a good use case.
Well, let's pop over to the agenda here, because you are one of our speakers at the conference, and you got a very fitting title to your talk. It's going to happen on Wednesday afternoon from 3 to 3:45, using voice to collect data the right way. And I think let's talk about that a little bit. I think a lot of people using voice to collect data, they don't know anyway. But what would you say maybe some of the misconceptions people have are out there with regards to the possibilities that voice brings to folks?
Yeah, I think there's a couple areas. One, I think the main thing to kind of first start off with is it's a natural interface, as everybody obviously in voice talks about. Is voice is a natural interface where people are used to talking. But what I'm going to talk about in my speech there is really that there's challenges to that, because everybody's familiar with Alexa not understanding you and hearing you. So that really is something that we've focused on and built a platform to say, okay, we can set it up so that you can do surveys, or basically want to create data elements that are going to be sound and secure. So obviously the natural interface, and then what we've worked on is a way to set up an interface where you have certain question types. So if you're familiar with some of the survey tools out there, when you create the survey and you set up this data form, you tell it, is this a yes or no question? Is it a multiple choice question? Is it a rating, like a scale to 1 to 5 or 1 to 10? Or is it free form? And obviously free forms are the most challenging, but we're working on free form to be able to do matching and so forth, to really do lookups. So maybe you have literally hundreds of possible values or answers to a free form, and then you can do the matching. So we handle that in the back end. And so what we're trying to do is build an interface and a platform for companies, because programming this stuff would be difficult for everybody to do on their own. So kind of think about SurveyMonkey. If everyone had to write their own survey software to create their own survey, that would be crazy. So what we're doing is trying to take the heavy lifting out of it and develop a platform for any company to basically collect data by voice.
I'll tell you what, it's a huge undertaking, but it sounds like you've got a pretty good start in this market. I haven't seen other pure play companies enter, and it seems that you are breaking new ground.
Yeah, and there is one other one that I think is pretty strong, and no problem talking about the competition, but it's called True Reply. And I know Jose, he's the founder there, and they do a really good job, and they're kind of focused on healthcare. So we are very broad. We are like any company can use it. We're not really specific to any industry. He's very specific to healthcare, it seems like, but he's done a great job to build kind of a survey tool, and then have their clients build those surveys out focused on healthcare. Because as you know, like patient satisfaction surveys could be big, and collecting data in healthcare, is obviously important. But yeah, we're more broad and making more of a general, because when you go to SurveyMonkey, anybody can kind of use that platform, or Zoho, or Google Forms and these kinds of things. So we're kind of more broad and trying to make the tool work for anybody to collect data.
Well, I think it's a great undertaking. We're thrilled to have you and your company involved with Voice Summit. For those of you that may not be familiar with the conference yet, voicesummit.ai is the address. The event is July 22nd through the 25th in Newark, New Jersey. It is the largest voice tech gathering in the world. We'll have more than 300 speakers from over 25 countries sharing knowledge, and the knowledge share over those 3 days is going to be, well, actually it's 4 days. We have a pre-conference workshop day on Monday. Right. We also have a hackathon that day. Just the knowledge share that's going to happen there. So if you are interested at all in getting to understand this voice first era, the opportunity that voice brings to every business that's out there, whether you're an independent retailer or a major SaaS company, a voice is going to change the way that we work, live, and play. And Voice Summit will have the folks that are really breaking new ground in this space and really setting the pace. That includes people like Stuart Crane and Voice Metrics. Stuart, it's been great chatting with you today, and we look forward to seeing you at the end of July. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, Pete. Thanks. Excellent. Well, again, this is Pete Erickson. Happy Monday, everybody. Have a great day. Go check out voicesummit.ai. Tickets start at a very reasonable price. We want to make this open to as many as possible. There are scholarships available if you are a student or you're in a job transition and you're looking to get into the space. Please apply for a scholarship. We want to make this event accessible to all, and look forward to seeing you there. Thanks a lot.